Let me just open it up here so I can see the comments as usual. Let's open this one and this one. It's still muted. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. Parfait! Hello, Kitro. How are you? Wonderful. Although it says my vertical isn't live yet for some reason. Okay, now it's working. Awesome. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Here we are, working and ready to go. So, I was finally able to figure out how to open the remastered version of the game, which we actually haven't been playing up until now, for the stream. It took a little bit of playing around with. It may fall apart and crash midstream. If it does, I'm sorry. I did what I could. I was also able to import all of my saved data from the previous or from what we did previously into the remastered version, and that's what we're seeing here. So we've already played the main game, we don't need to do that again. There are two things, however, that I would like to do, or at least try during this stream. One of them is obviously we want to play No Return and try that out. But before we do this, I want to actually take a look at some of the lost levels. And what does this mean? So the lost levels are basically, as it says here, earlier versions of levels that were cut during original development. So there may be some new information there. It may be a whole new scene or storyline. I genuinely don't know. I'm just curious to see what it is. We can also do it with or without developer commentary. I'm not really sure which one I'm going to choose, to be honest, but we'll see. What's this? Enable commentary or descriptive audio over cinematics. Maybe we do it normal first. Okay, so there's three we can work with. Ellie nervously attends a party in Jackson. Okay. Seattle sewers. That does not seem fun. And the hunt as well later on. Okay. Let's start with Jackson then. And see where this takes us. Do I want developer commentary on? It says yes, so we might as well. And see what happens. It also provides an introductory video. I don't really know what that means. I mean, I know it's a video that starts off the thing, but I don't know what it's going to be.
You're about to play an unfinished level from The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay.
The reason we added this section is there are a few sequences, and we picked the 3 of the best ones, that we cut from the game. You know, often we build a game that's much bigger than what ends up being the final product. They were months away from being finished, but we wanted to give you an insight of what it's like when we built the game, because often we have this whole thing constructed and it doesn't have final art or audio or dialogue. And here you get to see the building blocks of what it's like when we first string a bunch of these levels together. This is the intro to the first deleted level, and this one is the roughest of the 3. We wanted to show more of how Jackson operates. So this is the festival where Ellie ultimately kisses Dina.
That doesn't look anything like it.
Very late in the game as a flashback sequence while you're in the farm with Dina. And we wanted to show...
Is Dina taller than Ellie?
What is the rest of Jackson doing? And wanted to put on the stick, make it interactive. So you could see...
Has that been true?
When you're outside, there are all these almost like carnival games that you can play. You could mix drinks. You could play with these kids that are playing a sort of clicker Marco Polo, sit down and listen to conversations.
Well, we did do the snowball fights.
And all the different interactions
later
were
on.
First or second pass, very, very early passes. The building blocks are there, but nothing is final. And ultimately, while we were very excited by the sequence, it's pretty fun and lighthearted. It just slowed things too much as we're barreling towards the end of the story at this point. So again, reminder, rough, missing audio, missing animation, missing gameplay tweaks, missing dialogue, but pretty representative of what it would have been. So enjoy.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. We shan't be judging too harshly then, since there's obviously a lot missing. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's definitely quite awkward without sort of any of the added audio. But yeah. Okay, let's have a look through and see what all this is about. So
originally, this level was going to transition us to farm.
Okay.
We would go all the way through to the dance where Ellie and Dina share their first kiss. Then we would play through farm, and when Ellie plays the guitar at night, she would remember the Seth incident. So, the opening for this was a little tricky. We needed it to match at least a little, what you might expect emotionally coming from prior beats. Because we
Okay.
were already purposefully disorienting you in time and space. Remember, you just came from this huge fight. To jump straight into it would have been a little too jarring. After
Yeah.
some back and forth, we rooted it in Ellie's nerves, calling back to her hands shaking in the theater. But this time, for a much more innocuous reason we'll find out later.
Okay.
She's nervous because she has a crush on Dina,
Yep.
who is the only reason why she's here at the dance.
Oh, I see. So she only showed up because of Dina to begin with. All
Something
right.
we really wanted to do was highlight the way their lives had turned upside down since she went down this path. We had this idea of recontextualizing all of our usual gameplay mechanics that were designed for really violent ends.
Okay.
The workbench, door bashes, throwable weapons, and even the infected, which is my personal favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Peppered throughout the level are moments of levity or shared history,
Mm-hmm.
all the while seeing how happy and mundane they all were before her huge revenge odyssey.
Interesting. I mean, I'm sure that pig isn't having the best time of its life, but sure, whatever. Let's have a look over here. Then we have like another audio bite.
It is
There we
not a
go.
festival without one of these throwing games.
Mm-hmm.
This one, of course, uses our throwable system where you're often chucking explosive things or stunning things, but for a more wholesome purpose. Although
Ooh.
some people take this game really seriously. A fun aspect of this is if you did well, you could win a toy here. Ellie would place
Ah.
it in her pocket. If you had done this, you'd find the toy with JJ, the baby, later back at the farm. When we cut this, the toy made
Interesting.
it through anyway because it was so cute. It is the same one you see on the tractor at the farm.
Ah, Ollie,
Ollie
the
the
little.
elephant.
Yeah. Fascinating. Okay. I think I actually would have liked like a little bit more of a little bit of an open level like this, where you could just go through, talk to different people, have like different mini games where you can get different trophies. I think that would have been cool, to be honest.
The makeup artist is pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those little in-game scenes we peppered in to make it feel like Ellie had roots in the town.
Okay.
Ellie, our writer, mentioned that in her mind, an ex-girlfriend of Ellie's tattooed her arm to cover up her scar. So we
makes
figured
sense.
this might be the only time you get to see that. We wanted to
Ah,
hint
so
at
is
it
this
and allude
cat
to it
then
and make it feel
that
like
was
there had
briefly
been so
mentioned?
much more that had been happening and so much more that Ellie threw away.
Interesting. Okay. So maybe this would have been like showing the previous girlfriend Kat that was talked about briefly when she was asking Dina about Jesse and if they're still close and blah blah blah.
This is one of my favorite sections because I think that it achieves both the
Consa
slice of life
game
aspect
high.
of Jackson,
I don't know
while
what that
also
means,
being
unfortunately,
a stark
but
reminder of how dark
um,
the world that they live in really, really is. To attract attention and curiosity, one of the kids was supposed to make this adorable, messed up little clicker impression, and the
oh,
others
that would have been great.
giggle.
Oh,
We tried a
look!
version where if you got close enough, the kid might try and follow you a little before turning. Since clickers are blind and move by echolocation,
Yeah.
for this game of messed up tag, Ellie must close her eyes and listen for when the children give themselves away. The thought was that these kids are in relative safety. They still grow up with the dangers of clickers and runners, and all those lessons would embed themselves in the games that they play. When the festival got cut, they tried to preserve this moment and move it to the front of the game where the snowball fight is, as a
Yeah.
tutorial.
That makes
However,
sense.
being in the headspace of a clicker doesn't really teach you how to deal with them. Eventually, it evolved, and they instead made the snowball fight, which was, I think, way more effective. For me, it's character illuminating that not only does Ellie know this game, she plays along.
Oh,
There's a
you're
familiarity
mine.
with the kids that's really nice to see, especially because it's such a difference from the Ellie we see later, who has a sort of hollow normalcy that she's trying to get with JJ.
Yeah.
Kind of fails.
No, that makes sense. I actually think this would have been really cool. Like the little clicker game, I think would have been awesome. I would have liked to have played that for sure. Especially seeing the little kids like play as clickers. That was kind of cool. Whoop. Bah. Nice. Was there an audio bite around here that I forgot to click on? Or no? I don't think there is. No. Okay. That one's quite cool as well. What other audio bites are we missing? Did we do this one here? I don't know if we did. Let's go click on it and check. I don't think so.
We use our workbench a lot to make a lot of things that kill and maim and hurt people.
Yeah.
Here, we had the silly idea of using the same feel, harkening back to the same animations,
Ah, to
using
make
the exact same UI
liquor.
to instead fix a drink.
Oh, it's
Like the
very
workbench, You could
sensitive.
pick your base, and then you could add something to it. And at the time,
Huh.
we had some different reactions from Ellie based on how strong you chose to make the drink. Something we
Interesting.
wanted to prototype though, before it got cut, was picking up some ingredients around to add, like a lime
Yeah.
or maybe a bottle of someone's favorite whiskey or salt. Like you were earning upgrades.
Like
We
different
also
resources.
toyed with having Ellie carry around the drink you made and occasionally sip it, psyching herself up to go talk to Dina inside because she's nervous. It got too noodly though, because she would need to keep placing it somewhere before she did anything. So
Yeah.
it would have ended up more trouble than it was worth.
Okay, that makes sense. That would have been cool though. I think that's a fun idea for sure. Let's have a look. So we've got Maria up here. What's next? Okay. Sort of an awkward side hug, but alright. Meeting up with Tommy. Saying hi to him as well. And then he lets us in, and now we're in the party. Okay. I'm guessing that would have been... Is that the whole level then? It is. Okay. I think there was some audio bites there that I missed. But I think we explored most of it. So I think that actually would have been really, really interesting to have something like that. I do like the idea of having all these little mini games in this like little, even if just small, bit more open area. I think it would have been fun, especially if you got like trophies or little trinkets from it. Especially if it maybe like changed parts of the game later on. I think that would have been a lot of fun for sure. We're now going to have a look at the Seattle sewers and see what this could have been. Same stuff as before would be cool. So far so good though. I'm liking some of the ideas, but I understand how it can be complicated sometimes to sort of incorporate, because the timeline of the story is already like
In this
really
second deleted level, which is
messy
an
anyway.
extended sequence of the sewers in Seattle. This comes on the heels of where Ellie goes into a building and she survives an attack by stalkers and gets
Yeah.
thrown out of a window and gets swept away by the current. And then we cut this section that used to be there in the final game. Now you will get to play it. So this was a way to get a bit more interesting puzzles, interesting traversal, figure out how Ellie can navigate the sewers with the fighting current. Ultimately, with a lot of these levels and these sequences, the reason why we cut them were for pacing purposes. But here it is for you in this very kind of raw form that part of it will feel finished, parts of it will feel like assets are missing as far as audio, animation won't be final.
Okay.
But it's a glimpse into what a game looks like when it's months away from finishing.
Interesting.
Enjoy.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I definitely think there's going to be... Oh, shit. Fight. See, I remember this. I definitely think there's going to be a lot of different sections of the game where... or there would have been a lot of sections. Because the game's so long... and has so many different parts, I think that they probably would have had ideas for added sequences of sections that were probably cut, either due to, I think mostly due to time constraints as well as pacing, like he said as well. Because the game's already huge as it is, so they were probably thinking, well, what's actually necessary and what isn't, kind of like prioritizing, I guess. And so I understand why they would cut little bits like this out. It makes sense. Ow. What do I do here then? I can't get through and I can't swim backwards. Can I go underneath? No. What can I do? Can I climb up here? Yes. Okay. Got the little hands there. Careful not to fall. Huh. So they had worked on this a little bit more than the previous one, clearly. Let's have a look at
acts
this.
as an immediate goal for the player, but being able
Okay.
to climb out is not going to be so easy. To keep
Okay.
levels interesting and engaging, we alternate between positive and negative values the player experiences. Here, it's a positive to have found a ladder, but then a negative to discover it's not the solution.
Yeah.
But then another positive to identify the next short-term goal of the doorway. By alternating between these opposing
That'll be
values,
another way
we
out.
give players what they expect, but not how they expect it.
Okay, so how would we get out then? Where's the doorway? Because, I mean, there's a door there, but how do I get over to that side? Let's make our way all the way over here, and if we jump in, I'm just gonna try and swim over and see if we can catch ourselves over on this side. There we go. Alrighty.
This
Let's
level,
hear.
internally known as Fine Nora, was quite
Yeah.
long in duration as we had to make Ellie traverse a far distance to the opposite side of downtown Seattle.
Yeah.
The sewer section was originally longer than what we released the game with, approximately 10 minutes more. This was one of the few areas of the game that used water flow as part of a traversal puzzle.
Uh-huh.
The player has to go upstream to use the
Yeah,
current to get to the platform to reach the other side.
That makes
We
sense.
mostly cut this mechanic game wide, however it remained in essence in the section swimming to the aquarium as Ellie when you were avoiding the waves.
Oh, is that what we were supposed to be doing?
When
Yeah, I
players
think I
reach the
played that
doorway
wrong.
and enter into the room, they're faced with a dead end. The
Okay.
real reason for this dead end room is that on the reversal, when exiting back out of the doorway, players are faced with the route onwards. A pipe that they'd not been able to see when they were swept past it on the way in, and something that was hidden from view when on the side platforms. The
Ah.
intention here being that the only option is to go off the standard path in order to search for a way out.
Oh, I see. Well, I did see this as we were coming through. I just couldn't get to it. But fair enough. Let's run and jump. Ooh. Nice. Okay.
Get me the hell out of here.
Oh, careful.
Throughout the rest of the level, we also used light to indicate to the player that they were heading in the right direction. At each turn,
Ah.
however, we blocked the direct route forward. Players would know that they just have to keep finding alternative paths,
Yeah.
promoting those feelings of being desperate and trapped.
Yeah, that's not the feeling that I have. But I didn't know that the lights was being used as a mechanic to tell the player that they were going in the right direction. I always thought it was just like a little extra thing, so that like brings you back into the game and makes it feel a bit more grounded and real. Because obviously in real life, if you had a torch, if you use it for long enough, obviously eventually it's going to start to run out. You maybe hit it a few times. I thought like that
Slowly
was the
introduce
idea.
the
I didn't
player
know it was a
to
way
consider
to sort
climbing
of
into
let
smaller
you
pipes and
know
crouching
or
in these tight
validate your
spaces.
decisions so far.
This is to slowly build
keep
up
going
to
up and out.
and encourage the player to climb into such a small pipe that they'd have to be crawling on their stomach, which is something that the player previously may not have recognised as a playable space,
Yeah.
let alone the desired route they need to take.
Okay.
We added a tiny space just to reward the player's exploration with a pickup item, and we made sure it was something that made sense that you'd find in this area.
What
A
do-
canister and
isn't-
all the garbage that had been washed into the sewers from the surface.
There's no pickup. There's nothing to pick up. What do you mean? Maybe it's not here. I don't know. Or maybe I missed it. Fair enough.
We loved the idea of making Ellie prone through a tiny dirty pipe in order to get out, as it was a great opportunity to use our prone
Where's
mechanic.
your shit,
The
Ellie?
unique camera setup was created to support crawling in these pipes, as the standard prone camera is much higher above the player. We also created custom collision in order for Ellie to maneuver in these tight spaces easily.
Okay.
Initially, the oblong collision capsule around her character caused issues crawling around corners. But we put extra effort into the custom corner collision, so the movement experience is as smooth as the main game.
Okay.
In order for
Nice.
the player to feel cramped, claustrophobic and desperate, we'd been enforcing the traversal mechanics that allow for a tight environment which promote these
Can't jump
feelings.
over there.
We introduced the use of the squeeze through so that we can keep the player feeling enclosed and tight, but without repeating the same geometry. Here we change from low ceilings with wider walls to high ceilings and tight walls to change
Yeah.
up the spatial pacing and keep the level from repeating itself.
Fair enough. Sounds good. So the idea is just to make the person feel like as cramped and claustrophobic as you can. And also to show as well like you're down and in the dirt. And that this wouldn't be a fun experience.
Originally, we had the waterline much higher here, so players had to swim through this tight tunnel.
Ah.
However, from watching user test feedback, it was occasionally causing people to discount the route entirely and turn back on themselves. So to avoid any risk of this happening in the final game, we present a lower water level so the tunnel is easy to see and commit to using. Although this isn't as impactful without the prone swim, it's the better decision as it means a smoother experience for the player with no backtracking frustration.
Okay. Although later on in the game, when Tommy's sniping at Abby, obviously you go under the the ambulance, and it's like a prone swim as well. And there are also other different sections where obviously you have to go under. But I feel like in those other sections with Ellie, for example, you sort of, because you've had to do it previously, you know that that's something you need to be looking for. Whereas I get that here, this might have just been something that you weren't expecting to look for. And so, yeah, I think that was probably a
As we
fair.
surface from the water
fair
and
thing.
over the crest of
And
the
also
slope,
with the
we reveal
ambulance
what
as
is
well,
further in this tunnel.
there was
Clicker
other
that
ways.
sprouted
You didn't
and
have to go
fungus
that
that's
way.
grown on the sides of the pipe. It was great to see people who used and tested this area becoming increasingly worried as we forced the player to squeeze past the fungus and inches away from the clicker's face, all the time not being sure whether the clicker might be alive or attack them. Although
I
we aren't
see.
as cruel as to force a clicker attack in such close proximity, we do have a payoff for this moment. This clicker momentarily turned into Joel to show Ellie's PTSD from what happened to Joel at the start of the game. Ultimately, we decided
Oh.
to save this moment for the farm level, as it was more impactful there because it could become the centrepiece of that experience. Whereas in the sewers, we weren't able to make it as much of a narrative point and give it the breathing room and reaction time that it deserves, given the tight space.
I definitely think that you should have made the clicker move for sure. And to say that's not something you would do, I think isn't true. I think we've seen similar things like this. So yeah, definitely make the clicker move or something. I think would have been good. Or make it seem like it would, even if it doesn't. Just to create the suspense, even if that's the only thing, I think would be good as well. Let's have a look at this next one. No, wait, I wanted to do the audio.
For the final section, we eventually opened you out into a wider area as you traverse through such tight spaces leading up to this. So changing the
this?
environmental pacing
Just
makes
trash.
it begin to feel like we're coming to the end of Ellie's ordeal. An
Yeah.
earlier iteration used the current that we'd shown at the start for a slightly tougher traversal puzzle to conclude the sewers. The ladder was clearly
Okay.
visible from most of the area, but the player was
Yeah.
faced with a fast-flowing torrent of water they couldn't cross. If the
Okay.
player attempted to jump into the water, they were not able to swim
That's not
across the
currently a
ladder due
problem
to the
that I'm
water's
remembering.
speed. But instead, they had to traverse the pipe running along the top of the space in order to get across the water.
Oh, this one here. Wait, is that what you mean? Well, ah. But they actually did something similar to this in the game though. I remember having to climb up, go over, and then go across a bit like this. Maybe it was actually in this part of the game. I think that they used a space similar to
Using
this.
pipe was retained in the iteration we shipped with, as it's the last of the extreme methods Ellie has to undergo in order to escape the sewers, and what she will go through in her pursuit of revenge.
Okay. Yeah, there was definitely a section similar to this, or like this, that they did. Because I remember doing it.
The
So
last
they
ladder
definitely still
climb is quite
used
lengthy,
that
and although we
idea.
could have trimmed it down to a shorter climb, we liked how this last segment of the journey built anticipation for whether there was success at the top or not after all you've been through. Ultimately, the ladder exits out into the subway station, which is how it connects in the final game. Ellie then has to find her way to the hospital from here, crossing paths with the scars for the first time.
Okay. Fair enough. Nice. Okay, that's quite cool. I don't know. I feel like, especially because they said in one of the audio files that they wanted to. They're constantly like building uncertainties. Like, okay, is this it? Is this not? Are we finally getting to the end? Creating like expectations of success and then redirecting that and having them find other ways through. I definitely think making the clicker move would have been a good thing, or making it move initially, or like just grab your leg as you like. So you go past, you're like, oh, it's gonna move. It doesn't, and then suddenly it grabs your leg, or something. Or maybe you accidentally like kick into it as you're going through, or brush against it, and then it chasing you down the pipe, and maybe even make that section a tiny bit longer and a bit more complicated, and it just like crawling after you. I think that would have been fun and would have created a little bit more adrenaline in that section, as well as all the claustrophobia and crampedness. And then having that open area of like relief, finally getting up the ladder and seeing, okay, now is this gonna be something or not? I think maybe would have been a cool idea as well. But yeah, I understand the whole claustrophobia thing, but I think something a little bit extra to get the blood pumping would have also been a good idea as well. I also really like the using the water as well to try and get from one side to the other. I think that was quite clever. So yeah, that's just my take there. We're now jumping into this last one. I didn't actually read what it was called. I just clicked on it. It was The Hunt, I think, maybe. So yeah, let's see what this one's about.
For this third and final deleted level, what we call the boar hunt sequence. This was a sequence pretty late in the game. It was right after the whole Seattle Abby sequence where Abby spares Ellie. And then we wanted to come back into Ellie's story.
At the farm,
but
yeah.
keep it a bit mysterious of how much time has passed, where is Ellie now? So we're coming in on Ellie and she's following a trail of blood. And
Interesting.
we wanted to mirror in a way the deer hunt sequence from the first game, but this time do it with a boar. And there's something with Ellie that now she can't let go of this violence. She's pursuing it, even against this innocent animal. This was another opportunity to show how the violence that Ellie has experienced, the violence that she witnessed being afflicted onto Joel, is still sticking with her, and she's still experiencing these PTSD moments. This was a sequence that was pretty far along and was cut pretty late in production. Parts of it are still really rough, but the gameplay, the building blocks were all there. I think you'll have fun to see, like, again, a rough, unfinished sequence that you can play. You can see all the way to the end, and including a cinematic that we end up cutting. And the remnants of the sequence ended up being mentioned in Ellie's journal. So this part of the story that we developed still made its way into the game as kind of
Basketball
optional
mentioned
stuff
this.
that you could read about, but here you get to
yesterday.
experience it. So as a reminder, this is pretty rough, months away from being finished, but you get to see it now.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would have been cool, because obviously when you come back into Ellie, you immediately get in a sense of how much time has passed. And it does feel, I think, very separate from what was before. It doesn't feel like a nice flow in between. It's because obviously you just jump one to the other. And so I think having a sequence like this was definitely a good idea. One, because it gives homage to the first game, as mentioned. And also, this is kind of shown, not in full, but we also see, like, when Ellie's afterwards, like, bringing back the rabbit, obviously she didn't hunt it down and kill it, so it's not, like, showing the violence that's still with her, but showing that obviously they have to, or the means that they use to survive and live at the moment.
Was one of the hardest levels for me to work on.
Okay.
It was a huge challenge with the systems that we had, and we kept trying, but it never felt quite right. Originally, the level happened after the Jackson Festival, which also got cut, but before Farm. Once the festival got cut, it became the prologue to Farm. The intended experience is that we jump forward in time after the fight with Abby in the theater. We don't know where Dina is. We likely assume she's dead because she was just bleeding out. Ellie is alone. Her hair is short. So maybe this is the future or the present. And she's hunting. Hunting who? Abby still?
Yeah, I think that was a good thing. I think that maybe that's one of the reasons why they maybe should have kept this, if they could have figured out how to do it in a way that worked. Because of exactly what she explained, like, you don't know what's happened. You don't know if she's even still with Dina. At this point, you still don't know if Tommy's alive, which that aspect was still kept for a little bit until later on.
There it is.
But yeah, I think that that's definitely is a good idea for sure.
In early iterations of the fight, it was more arena-like. The player slowly whittles down the boar's health. Ellie gets more visceral and more vicious. We get a little worried about her. As the boar gets weaker, more panicked, more feral, and we start feeling sympathetic to the boar, was the hope. In all of these iterations, especially of these wider areas, it required custom AI and scripting to make sure it continued to feel organic as an animal, but we really needed it to do specific stuff. It needed to be able to close distances really, really quickly. It needed to charge to attack, but we wanted the feeling of hunting, so we needed to track it down from afar. And we also needed to discourage the player from attacking the boar when it's that close, or it would kind of turn into this melee kerfuffle. How do we do this in our world while keeping the boar believable?
Okay. Well, what I would have suggested, what might work to be able to do that, would be obviously to start with, just focus on the hunt. So focus on following the blood, picking up like the trail. Maybe there's like bits of branches broken and things like that. Have like the voiceover sort of talk about, oh, maybe it went this way, things like that. or maybe don't say it, because like you said earlier, we don't know if we're following Abby or somebody else. Maybe they went this way. Things like that. And then maybe so the thing with maybe similar to what happened with the stalkers initially, have it like run past a certain bit and cause the player to turn to the side, and you can like kind of see it in the side of your vision, and then try to follow it, and then maybe have it charge at you, like you said. But instead of it being like a melee kerfuffle, like you were saying, have it run off, or back away, or like dodge out of the way and run off, and then we have to continue to chase it. And maybe even restrict where the player can go. So maybe they would take a different path, maybe higher up, so you can look down and try to like look over an area to see where maybe it's gone to hide or something like that. And I think something like that would have
5 or 6
would have been
iterations
interesting.
of the boar fight and all, and every single time it changed pretty drastically. We split it into clear phases where one was like all long range. We tried another where you're getting close and you get the jump on it quite literally. You're jumping off of a rock to attack it.
That would have been good.
And then finally, we tried a bunch where you almost sort of go around a bunch of trailers and try and wrestle it. We uncovered after some time that taking down a boar over several phases felt very laborious and a little dramatic. It was comically long. It felt too boss-like, a little too gamey. We decided to cut the first few phases, and we opted for a cold open after the boar had already been hurt off screen. So that allowed us to focus on feeling like we're closing in on prey and to introduce the boar when it was at its most dangerous. Already hurt, already feral, much too close for comfort. And so the thinking was it would bring us more into Ellie's mindset. Is this really hunting for food, or is she hunting for some other reason?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I definitely think the jumping on the boar and things like that would have been good towards the end. And then have that be... So instead of this being more like a fight scene, like a boss, maybe it be more like of a cinematic choice scene. Kind of like where you know how we're getting shot at Tommy. There's nothing we can do to kill Tommy because he still lives later on in the game during the whole Abby sequence. And so... hold on, I'm getting a message. Is your insulin here? Yeah, I think it is. If you come here, I can give it to you. So yeah, have it so that obviously... I wouldn't say keep it for too long, because then it would feel like it was maybe being dragged out too much. But I think definitely having some sections of first hunting it down and following the trails, then seeing it and then trying to catch up to it and then not knowing where it is, then maybe taking a different advantage and trying to see where it's hiding or try and get it from afar. Then maybe even falling down off where you are, or... maybe the ground beneath you breaks, maybe you're too close to the cliff, or maybe you have to come down in order to... Maybe you see it run into here, for example, and then you can do a bit more of a close-up where you're either jumping on it or trying to... maybe do it so that when we're playing with Abby... yeah, it's here. Hold on, let me just answer this really quick. Yeah, I already answered... it's here. I'm good. I'll turn cam off. So yeah, so like when we're with Abby, for example, and obviously we're trying to hunt down Ellie, we shouldn't face Ellie head on or we'll die. Maybe it could be a similar thing where we have to try and sneak up on it from behind so then we can make the jump, which would then lead to the kill. Hold on, give me a second. And then I think that would have been a good idea. It's on the shelf as well, and would have, I think, been also a good sequence. And then from there, you can maybe deal with her reaction to that and how she feels after the fact, and then move into her either taking it back to the farm or... I don't think maybe Dina should show up here and sort of interrupt, because I think that would also show like kind of what she's feeling, but that means that the kid's back at home by itself, or maybe we get back home, we see the kid and then Tommy as well, something like that. I don't know, but that's what I would have suggested.
Was built to highlight the boar's destructiveness.
Okay.
Since it's cramped, the boar feels larger. We also feel trapped, though perhaps it's trapped with us. When it charges, it gets to us quickly, so we must be on our toes. This made it more aligned with Ellie's sort of hunting for trouble mindset. Listening became more important, as well as moving around slowly so it didn't hear you. Could you spot it before it saw or heard you? And could you get a shot off quickly enough so you could dodge out of the way? Or is the shot worth the cost after? It feels like a gamble. By the end of the fight, everything would likely be in shambles. The boar would burst through the back, and Ellie would follow it and finally enact revenge.
Okay. This is really weird because I haven't played this on the PlayStation 5 before, and so the triggers feel the DualSense triggers feel really strange. I'm not used to them. Ah, bitch. Oh, it moved into another section. Dude, it's really weird, like having the trigger feel so tight. I was not prepared, because obviously it's a rifle, so it makes sense, but still. Okay. Yeah, and then also do this thing, because they've been doing this throughout the game anyway. Hi, Basketball, how are you? They've been doing this thing throughout the game anyway, where when whoever you're fighting loses a certain amount of health, then you cinematically transition into this next part of the game, or this next part of that fight. And I feel like they could have done that here as well, fairly
The boar
easily.
kill was supposed to be anything but glorious.
Okay.
The boar whimpering at the back of the gas station after Ellie's...
Oh, I didn't hear the rest of what she said. Damn it. I wanted to hear it. I didn't know it would turn off. I see. Yeah, I think that so I think it would have worked as well. So if you had done like the sequence that I'd initially suggested, and you're now, let's say you're now inside the gas station, and you do this whole sequence, and you even do where they jump on you, or you jump on the ball, sorry, and initially get it, or initially knock it out. Maybe have it like push you off or kick you off with like one of his hind legs and go through, and so you're crawling after it, and then you see it shivering and dying or whatever, and you still decide to take that final blow. I feel like that still gives sort of the same impact, and that allows you to nicely then transition from that emotion into this sort of family life where we find out, one, Dina's still alive, how old JJ is, and then maybe also learn about Tommy afterwards as well. I feel like that would have worked also. Good. Just watch the second episode of The Last of Us. Dude, it's the third episode, I think, is one of the ones that I think you'll enjoy it, but it's one of the ones that stray quite a bit from the game. So you get a lot of new information and information that's touched on in the first game, but isn't explored and elaborated as much. And so that's why a lot of people like the third episode. So yeah, let me know what you think of that one, because I'd be curious on your thoughts. But yeah, they definitely start off strong with The Last of Us show. Absolutely. But there we go. Those are the three things. It was a bit strange for me using the DualSense with the remastered version. So the triggers were a lot stiffer than I'm used to. So that was really... And I felt like the pushback, which I don't see as much. But yeah, I thought that was really, really interesting. I definitely think including that boar part as the transition from... the Abby fight to the farm would have been a really, really good idea, and had they been able to sort of figure it out, would have been cool. But you know, it was what it was in the end. And honestly, it wasn't even the time jump that was my main problem with the end of the game. It was really just sort of the ending, like the fight between Ellie and Abby, as they were both so incredibly frail and broken. at the end. Like, I mean, Ellie was still giving it all she had because this is the only thing that she could see in front of her. But Abby was done. She was over it. And eventually so was Ellie as well. And they had to just sort of let it go because they had nothing left to give. And that was just really sort of bleak. And I did not find any satisfaction in that whatsoever. But there you go. That's it. That's all the extra parts of the story. I will look forward to it. Cool. Awesome. That's all the extra parts of the story. We are now all caught up. And the only thing left to do is to play No Return. I actually don't know too much about this. It says, survive through a series of randomized combat encounters in roguelike runs. Alright, let's give it a go. And have a look. Death is permanent in No Return. Acquired weapons, items, and upgrades are reset. A new randomized map is generated for every new run. It's like a roguelike survival mode. You will fight through a series of randomized combat encounters culminating in a boss fight. So it's going to be very obvious when we're sort of at the end. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can... Hello, Sears. Let's see if we can do this then. New run, challenges, complete challenges to unlock new character skins and enemies. Oh. Huh. Defeat the arcade bloater. Unlocks the theatre infestation. We can unlock Dina. We can unlock Lev. Unlocks a custom run. You can unlock mods. Unlock moth weapon skins. Okay. There's a bunch of things you can unlock. Okay. Alright. Then we've got leaderboard and then tutorials. Let's just jump into a run and see what it's like. Because I generally have... I don't know exactly what to expect. Hello, I'm back. I'm your #1 fan. Thank you. So let's have a look here then. You will fight through... Yeah, I've already read all this. I feel like I understand the point of the game. Let's go hard. I'm not a pussy. New characters can be unlocked by completing challenges. Okay. So we can play as either Abby or Ellie. So inventory, we have a Molotov and a pistol for Ellie. What do we have as Abby? A pistol and an a hammer. Traits: heal on melee kill. Oh, that would be interesting. Melee upgrade recipe, brawler upgrade recipe. 50% more supplements, Molotov recipe. I think the Molotov would be good for any sort of end game boss, though. That's what I'm thinking about. Because if I were you, I would play it on moderate or less. I mean, I could, but what would be the fun in that? Just to try it out. If I find that it's really difficult, I'll put it down for sure. But yeah, Ellie. I think the Molotov would be good, especially if we go up against any bloaters or shamblers. So yeah, let's try as Ellie then for now. You have selected hard with Ellie. Challenge level and character cannot be changed after starting. Let's do it. This can only go well. I wouldn't worry too much about it, to be honest. Aim, hold, reload. Yeah, I understand how it works. Okay. Weapon cross up. Yeah, it's all the same movement I think as before. The only thing that's going to be strange to me is having the dual sense feedback, which I didn't have before, because it's not something I'm used to. You will return to this hideout between each combat encounter, collect rewards for completing encounters, then use the workbench and trading post to upgrade your character for the run. Use the planning board to select your next encounter, making a path towards the final boss. Encounters vary based on locations, enemy factions, mods, and victory conditions. Okay, let's do it. So this is where we start out. Is there any sort of immediate upgrades that we can do? No, we only got the pistol anyway. The pistol really isn't the best. I'm not going to lie. I don't love that that's one we're going to have to use. Is there anything else here to pick up? No, it's just this like room we're stuck in. Okay. Let's have a look here. Where do you want to start first? So we have to start in Jackson. Then we can either go to the school or to the forest. And then hardware. I feel if we go to the forest, we're going to have to face scars. And I don't want to do this. So I'd probably go to the school. Oh, but then that's probably WLF. Hardware store. was a nest. Shipping yard I don't mind too much. Or you can see the type of people you're fighting. So that's WLF. That's Seraphites. Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe I go Seraphites actually. Because I'll just try and stealth kill them. WLF, boss, arcade bloater, hunted Seraphites. Okay, what do we got down here? So gas station would be WLF. Gondola station is infected. Awesome. Streets of Seraphites. Resort is that. Yeah, I might just do this. I might go street, gondola. This one here, which is unknown. Then forest and yeah, so we'll start with Jackson. I think I'll take that route. That might be the best one. Have you seen the new Adventure Time skins in FN? What is the game name? I don't know what FN is. No. Oh, Fortnite. No, I haven't seen the new Adventure Time skins. Are they good? Ellie is in the Jackson crew with Joel, Tommy, and Dean, and Jesse, and Bill. Okay. Basketball, what is the game name? What's this game? This game is, it's still The Last of Us Part 2. It's just a different game mode. Okay, well let's just give it a go. Let's just jump in and we'll see what we're playing against. So when it comes to infected, I actually looked up this morning the different types of infected because I keep mislabeling both the I keep mislabeling. Are they just gonna run at me, or is there a way to stealth this? They might just run at me, actually. I don't think this is one where I'm going to be able to not thing. What we got? I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm kind of scared. Do I like move in? Where do they come from? I'm not seeing anybody. I can hear them. I just don't see them. Okay, there's that guy. Okay, yeah, so he hasn't seen me. So I could just go around stealth killing bitches, can't I? Like, is that not possible? Like, can I just do this? Shut the fuck up. Fucking die. But yeah, I looked at the different stages of infected. So obviously you have the runners to begin with. Then you have the stalkers, which are the ones that I don't like. Then you have, well, that's a clicker over there. Is that a clicker? No, that's the stalkers that I don't like. So then you have the stalkers. Okay, he's just gonna run from me. Then after the stalkers, you have the clickers, then the shamblers, and the bloaters. The bloaters have a bit more of like an open face, like the clickers do, because they use echolocation as well. Yeah, so you think he knows where I am? Like, I can't hide from him. He knows. So I'm just gonna go fight him. Die, bitch. Okay, there's a cache over there. What does that do? Cache, cache, cache. Yeah, take all the shit. Okay, wait. Round 1 wasn't too difficult, but it was also just 3 of them. Let's see what's next. I haven't used any of my bullets yet either. Hold on, I'll read the comments in a second. Let me just focus. What's that over there? There was like a thing over that side. Also, am I supposed to be moving through the map, or can I just stay here? Congrats on 100 subs. Thank you. We're at 106. Who would have thunk it? Assault is mostly stealth, but if it says combat when picking, then they start in combat mode. I see. Oh, the fucking things. Okay. Hunted is basically you are hunted and they know where you are. Alright. Good to know. I just gotta be careful of that guy rushing me. Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Okay. I can get this guy next. And then just run and hit that guy. Yeah, like he's pissing off. Grab and kill. There we go. And then I have to fight this thing anyway. Dodge, 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 dodge. Die, bitch! Okay. There's another thing over here. Another cache. I'm gonna go for it. Where the fuck is it? Open cache. Okay, I'm gonna go back to where I was because I like my little place. They're gonna see me before I get there. Run faster, Ellie! Are they starting from back there? Is that where they start from? Is that what the what the symbol is? Yeah. They're coming from back there. Get down. Okay, I guess not. Dude, it's really weird with the feedback of the DualSense, but it's fine. That wasn't so bad. That was quite easy. Returning to hideout. Awesome. So far so good. That's not the worst. Assault is an easy one for sure. Combat I'm kind of scared in. So when it says combat, then they start in combat. Okay. And hunt is basically you are hunted and they know where you are. Alright. Alright. Let's see what we can do then. I would say so far so good. Oh, I got an A. I get graded. Awesome. Cool. Complete 2 encounters with Ellie and you get Dina. Okay. You can view your active challenges from the no return main menu. Alrighty. Sounds good. And also if we die, then we start all the way back from the beginning, I'm guessing. From the first assault level. Okay. On return to hideout, be sure to collect your rewards for completing the encounter. Blah 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 blah. Oh, they're trading posts to exchange things. Okay. Okay.
Alright.
What we got? Got a bunch of shit. Nice. I'll take it. So we can upgrade stuff. Where's the trading post? Here. There we go. What do you mean trade? So just like take a different gun instead, is that it? Shotgun holster. Oh wait, I pay for it. Okay, I pay to get these things. I don't want the rifle right now. Grants the ability to craft a silencer for pistols. That would be good. But I think I'll be fine. Because I'd have to get a headshot. I don't see that happening. Trading post reroll. Sure, let's see what else we can get. This is what I want. Silent submachine gun. I'll probably just save up for this if I can. Because that seems like the best option. I've still got a Molotov, so I'm fine there. Maybe actually having a medkit would be of great use. I know we already have one. Oh no, we didn't have one at all. Yeah, so that would be awesome. Stun I can't be asked. We already have Molotov. And I think we're probably going to save up for the silent submachine gun. That seems like the best options. Let's see what we can do in regards to upgrading the gun that we already have. So we could do fire rate. Replace the hammer. Increase fire rate. Decrease weapon stray. Attach a compensator to reduce weapon recoil. Craft an extended magazine to hold more rounds. I'd say stability is probably the best thing right now. reduces weapon stray. I mean, that would really help with my aim, so I think that's good. And then next we'll go for the last one, whatever that was. Capacity. Then probably fire rate, then recoil. Or maybe recoil, then fire rate. I don't know. Either is probably fine, to be honest. But I can also do something supplement-wise. What can I do here? Improve Molotovs. Increase the effectiveness of your Molotovs. Yep. Absolutely. I'll do that instantly. Craft melee upgrades. Craft an upgrade for your melee weapon, restoring it to full durability and greatly increasing its damage. I kind of want to do this one though as well. But I also think this is good. So I'll at least have that, and then maybe we'll save up for the improved health kits then afterwards. Awesome. Sounds good. Let's jump into it. I really don't want to fight the... it says I have to in order to get Dina. But I kind of want... I prefer to do the forest one. And it's in assault as well. Assault is definitely better for sure. I don't know. Let's go forest. I think forest is the best one for now. Yeah. So far, so good. We'll see how this one goes. So we're definitely fighting the Seraphites, so the Scars. Okay. It hasn't started yet, but I am curious to know where they're coming from. It should tell me though where they're coming from. Dude, I actually hated this scene because in the game because there were just so many of them. Wave incoming, but from where? Oh.
Fuck.
Where are they coming from? Oh, there's a guy here. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Shit. Damn, they see me. Oh, shit me sideways. I didn't know he was that close. Oh. Ah. Like inscrito para fortalecer, amiga. A poder retribuir. Lá também agradeço. Ok. E depois também faço. Sem stress. Death is permanent in no return. Okay, so that's it. That's our first attempt done. Okay. Oh, I like how they just like rub it out in blood. Fair enough. And when you see people next to the encounter like Dina, it doesn't mean you unlock her, it means she is your teammate. Ah. Okay. Good to know. Well, I'll go that way next time then, if she's gonna be there. Let's try another run. So it means we have to go through the infected again. But that should be fine. New run, standard run, keep it in hard. Ellie. There we go. Start. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sounds like fun.
Let's see.
Nothing I need to do so far, so we can just jump in and have a look here. At Jackson. Oh wait, this changed. This is now the hardware store. Why isn't it Jackson anymore? I don't like that at all. I thought it was just gonna be like the same sort of path as previously. You can also pick your training manuals. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. I'm full on health, which is good. There's not really a good place for me. I'm kind of just gonna hide in this tall grass until I know where people are. Because I don't know where they're coming from. And that was my problem before. They kind of just like overwhelmed me. Okay, WLF is coming that way. God damn. It's the WLF. How many of them are there? There's 3 of them. That's not too bad. It's just 3 of them. I don't see them yet. I feel like they should be appearing at some point. Oh, there's one down there. I saw him. I'm gonna turn my light off just because I don't need it. Okay, there's a guy there. Oh, there's a guy here as well. Hey, motherfucker, hey. There's a guy down there also. Die, die, die. Die, 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 die. Ooh.
Okay, okay.
I'm just gonna grab things around the place. Oh, damn, this guy was close. I didn't see him at all. Oh, there's one behind me as well. It's a good thing I moved. Alright, let's get this bitch quick, and I've just got one left. Come on. Come on. Taking your sweet fucking time. Grab. Kill quickly. Get down, get down, get down.
Better start running.
Hey, I ain't running anywhere. You're the one that needs to run. You coming this way or not? Dude, there's so much stuff around that I can loot.
Holy fuck.
Holy fuck.
How the hell? I know you're out there.
You don't know shit. I'm gonna get you. Grab. Easy peasy. Nice. I'm actually gonna switch weapon though. I can get this also, my supply drop. That is deserved. God, I don't really have a good place to go now though. I'm too far from the grass where I like to be. So we're just gonna try and hold our position here. Hopefully it tells me where they're coming from. Okay, they're coming from over that side according to the thing. So hopefully they won't be behind me. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. See, the first level's always super easy. But the second one's is a bit harder. Okay, I can get this bitch fairly quickly, I think. Well, he's coming over here. Shit. This is not going to end well. Where is he? Fuck, he's right there. He's coming back over this way. Get down, get down, get down. Get down! Damn it, Ellie. Grab. I didn't mean to stand up. That was a mistake. Okay, and now it's just that guy left. So I'll just follow him down, really. I'm a-coming for you. You're gonna die. Sir? Ma'am? It's alright, don't be scared. You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna make it quick and painful. That bitch like... There we go. Easy peasy.
Okay.
It's up here. Can I get up there? I don't know that I can. Do you wanna jump up? It'd be this way. God, they're coming and I haven't opened my fucking thing yet. They're coming from back there. Okay, I'm a bit screwed now. I'm gonna have to play this one a little bit differently. Shut the fuck up.
Lee?
Lol. He just walks into me fucking stabbing a bitch. Where's the last one? He's over there. Let's go deal with this nonsense then. Come on.
What?
Come on. Oh, bitch ran off. I feel like she's gonna look around.
Shit. I'll find you.
Nah, you won't. Nah, you won't. Nice. Good, good, good.
Shit.
Ease peace. I return to hideout. Wait, I haven't explored yet. I need to grab more stuff. That's probably why people don't just stay in the same place, because they're looking for resources as well, and not just focusing on killing people. Fair enough. That makes sense. Well, that's one down. The first one's always quite easy. But it's from here that's a problem. Just gotta play it smart. Just gotta play it smart. Alright, let's see what we can do. Upgrade all perseverance skills. Okay. Complete 3 encounters with Dina to get Jesse. Okay. We'll see if we have any teammates this time, because if we do, that would be great. Nice. Where's the trading thing as well? Oh, yes. I absolutely want a shotgun. Thank you. Awesome. Wait, so do I have both now? Yes, I do. Okay. That's awesome. I'm very, very happy about that. And I'm actually going to fix... Yeah, I think I'm gonna work on this. Extend. Yeah, do capacity. Awesome. Awesome. I love shotguns. They're definitely the best weapon. This and the combat SMG or whatever it was that Abby had. I love. I love. Okay. Dina would help us with Overlook, so let's go there. And Assault is... what's Assault again? Mostly stealth. Perfect. This seems great. Let's do it. I definitely don't want to do Hunted. That sounds like it sucks. Let's see if we can get past round 2 this time. I think the closer we get to the end as well, the more Molotovs we're going to want to make for the sort of big bloater ending. But yeah, we'll see. Come on, Dina. Where the fuck? Dude, I hated this bit as well. Get down, Dina. You're gonna get yourself seen. Okay, there should be 4 of them. There should be 4 people. Where are they coming from? They're coming from back there. Oh, this is infected. Okay, and those are clickers as well. Is it? Oh. Ooh. They're all moving around. Are there any stalkers? Oh, they're just... are they walking over to me? Do they know where I am? Are they just walking around? Grab and kill, grab and kill, grab and kill. Where's the other one? I know the 2 clickers and this guy. Who else is here? It's probably a stalker. Dude, I'm not gonna be able to stealth kill them. Because they're following each other. Oh no, they separated. Nice. Stealth kill. Die, bitch. There's somebody else around. I just don't know who. I gotta go quietly. Quietly. Stealth kill. Nice. Nice. Peace, peace. Now what's left? I don't see it. Where is it? Is it that thing over there? Because there's just an arrow pointing that. It is. It's the fucking things. Nice. Okay, cool, cool. How the fuck do I get up there then to get my cash? Cool. Where is the cash? Oh, it's here. I'll take all that, thank you. And now I'm immediately going to run back down and get in the grass. This seems like the best place to be. They're all coming from over there again. Okay, we've got a clicker. What else have we got? What are those things? I think it's just a regular person. It's got a clicker, a regular person. Like a runner. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not super worried about that. I can like fight him. I just want to get the clicker first if I can. Nice. I think it's another stalker. I think there's 2 stalkers. Because I can hear them. Clickety clickety, bitch. Yeah, it is. Jump up, jump up, jump up. Run. Dina, try not to die. Nice, okay, GG's, easy peasy. I don't know how to get up there. We're definitely making better progress this time than we were before. Fuck, I don't know where to go. Let's just hide around here. Hopefully they don't spawn right next to us. No, they're spawning down that side. Okay. What is it? Oh, is that a shambler? See, this is why I'm glad I saved my shotgun bullets. It's just 2. It's a bloater and some other thing. Or a shambler, rather. What's that? It's just a regular runner. I say we get the runner first, and then we deal with the shambler afterwards. They're close together, though. I'm gonna get this guy really quick. Nice, easy. Shubaloo needs to be exact. Hold on, wait, I'll read that in a second. I didn't read the first part. Okay, I'm just gonna go for Most people on Hunted use stuns like bricks and shoot between. It helps in hard mode. Okay, I will. So stun them rather than try to like directly fight. What's that? Oh, it's Dina. That bitch. Get up, Dina. I mean, Ellie, get up. Run, Ellie. Do you not know what run means? Nice. Ease peas. Yeah, it's really strange to me how like they make the triggers like stiffer depending on the weapons you've got. That's so fun. Okay. Yeah, that one was pretty easy. Oh, okay. Most people on Hunted use stuns like bricks and shoot the legs to help hit. But it's still hard. Okay, shoot blows needs to be exact. Alright. Alrighty. When we're on Hunted, I'll do that. Hey, Finn. How are you? Alright, well, we've made progress. We've done 2 now. We'd only done 1 before. And I got an A. And an S as well. For before. Wonderful. Very, 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 very cool. We're making good progress. Alright. Let's see what we got. Anything good? Yep. Some more currency, some more supplements. I actually didn't do anything supplement-wise last time. So I'll do it now. And I've got a new upgrade branch thing. Okay, let's have a look here. Ooh, this is what I want. Silent submachine gun. I'm just gonna save up for that. But next time I come here, it might be something else though. I can only have 8 ammo. Yeah, I'll just go for some more ammunition. I think it's probably the best thing. Oh, and I should get another Molotov in case I need. Yeah, and then I hope to get the silencer next time, but we'll see. Anything that we can upgrade or change for the time buying? Yes. Let's do... in case we need to use this a little bit more, let's work on the stability for this again. Seems like a smart thing to do, considering my own shite. And then that's all we can do for now. Is that everything? Did I... Oh no, we can do some other things. Yeah, let's upgrade this a little bit more. So increase fire rate, increase stability. Let's do fire rate. It'd be more useful. Because I haven't really had too much trouble with the stability of the shotgun at the moment, so... and that's everything for now. Okay. I thought Dina was in here with me for a second, but she's not. What are we going to do next, then? Oh, now that I've chosen this one, I can't go above? I was like, oh, in case I didn't want to, like, do whatever was over here, I could, like, go back and do the ones above instead, but you can't. They just, like, burn out. So you really just have to choose one path or the other. Ah, okay. Encounter type unknown, enemy faction unknown, enemy start in unknown, score multiplier unknown. Great. Let's just do it. There's no way I can prepare for it because I have no information. So let's see what we got and what we can do. Assault. What does assault do? I think this is just the normal ones. There's more stealth-like. But who is incoming? I don't like my position, to be honest. It's kind of shit. Who am I going to be going up against? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, infected. Are they coming for me? Do they know where I am? Yes, they do. I thought on assault it was more like stealth modey, but I guess not. Okay, I've got 4 things coming at me. I don't know what those 4 things are. Oh my god, one of them's a shambler, are you kidding me? Run. Run, run, run. Okay, so 3 runners, ouch, who are faster than me. And a shambler. Can I get up onto something? That would be great. I'm just gonna try and shoot them every so often. That seems like the best plan of action. Ellie, keep running. Stop slowing down. Now's not the time to be tired. Oh my god. Dude, these things are faster than me. That sucks. Okay. Jesus. I'm so low. Fucking move. It's gonna blow. Oh my god, this sucks. I'm already low. I need to heal up. Shit. I don't have any medkits. I should have crafted this before. Come on. Quick. Heal. Heal, Ellie. Okay. Well. God, there's 5 of them. Well, that's not great. Okay, I have 2 clickers, a shambler, what else? Not a shambler, sorry, a stalker. What else is here? Ah, fuck. Damn. That's so frustrating. Okay. I feel like I could have done that. I just didn't know he was hiding behind that one fucking truck. And then as soon as the fucking thing got me, I knew it was over. Okay. Whale. That's that for now then. It's definitely an interesting game mode. I would like to try to get to the end. I don't think I'm going to be doing that today. But yeah. Maybe that's like a little challenge we can do. Either tomorrow or later on in the week. Just trying to complete this in hard mode. And try as many times as is necessary. But yeah, for like my first 2 goes, I think it was okay. Also, we got Dina as well. This character is now available to play when you start a new run. She has a trap mine recipe, stun bomb recipe, and double craft upgrade branch. Okay, fair enough. Gambits. Gambits are challenges that appear once per encounter. Riskier gambits give greater rewards, including currency, ammo, and health. New gambits can be unlocked by completing challenges. This new feature will appear in future runs. Okay. Huh. I actually didn't try that before. I didn't try anything to do with assault could be stealth or combat. It's random. I didn't know. Fair enough. Yeah. I actually didn't try this before. You did mention something yesterday about using the infected to fight off the rattlers, but I didn't really know how. But yeah, that would be interesting as well. Yeah. That's going to be hard. But I think it'll be a fun little challenge. I do think it'd be a fun challenge for sure. And then this is just different ways to get the different characters. Okay. Okay. Well, there we go. How long have I been streaming for now? I don't think it's been that long. Just over an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, cool. I think that's going to be it for me today then. I might stream again a little bit later, some Fortnite, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what happens. Might just leave it off stream. But yeah, I definitely do want to try and complete this though at some point, and just like grind it out and try to get to the end. So we'll definitely be doing some more streams in that regard. But yeah, that's going to be all for me today, I think. Really cool to see the behind the scenes a little bit and some of the lost levels, and talk about how they would have worked into the game as well. I'm still really unsatisfied with the ending, but it is what it is. And they did say as well, I think, in an interview or in the press that they were not necessarily redoing, but like straying a little bit from the story of the game. So there are going to be things there that even the people who have played the game are not going to see coming. And I'm hoping that the ending is one of those, to be honest, because the ending sucks. But yeah, that's going to be all from me for now. Thank you so much to everybody who passed by and who joined. Basketball, you're amazing. So glad that you're able to join this time, and I hope you're able to join again in the future when we come back to No Return and try to complete it then. But that's going to be all for me for now. Thank you for everything. I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye.